Hello, history buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Freedom of our future. A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls. To the encampment for freedom of our future.
For liberty. This is what American patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is proper. Secure our liberty. My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
Welcome to my colonial home. Today, Del Payne's work captures the spirit of we fight for independence. And our freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Hour is late. We must enact. To the encampment for liberty. Through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Soldiers, the enemy is near. Front line, firing!
From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong, we got white people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do. We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal. Even though they did wrong. You're going to support someone who does something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you've got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more in privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us and we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass. And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I'm being so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960. Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you.
Oh my God.
You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled. You know what DEI stands for? Yeah. Means I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or a race or gender. Whose broad ass idea was that? I don't know about you, but when I grew up, there was no participation trophy. Yeah. There wasn't a safe space created for me because my feelings were hurt. We had to take actual responsibility for our own actions. Wow, what a concept. If If you want society to change, if you want a better place for your kids, then get involved in your kids' life, in your community, in your church. But don't sit on your couch and bitch when it doesn't go your way. Next question.
Can I ask a question real quick? Hey, Jeff.
Truth, we're trying to only take questions from the list here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Next question is there a way to contribute to the scholarship fund that is in memory of Austin?
Yes, there is. I believe it was posted at some point on my Facebook page. I know I dropped a $5,000 donation myself into it. Now, Meghan, she needs to be credited. She was the one, and friends of hers who got that all set up. Also, Halo Pizzeria. Both boys and Meghan worked there. That was not her full-time job. That's her second job. She's very successful with a home builder in the DFW area. So that's not her only job. But the owner, I believe her name's Carrie, very, very great individual, and has done fundraisers for Austin. And they were also instrumental with connecting with the school to set up
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
What's good, y'all? I'm Kamal.
Hi, I'm Kim.
Hey, it's Mia.
And tonight on the new party, we see why you should not drink and why grief is a powerful thing. In that intro, it was a little hard to listen to Austin Metcalf. That was just the beginning of it. It gets much, much worse. If you're watching, please hit the like button. This is what he also had to say.
How poetic justice is served. You just do a big softball and knock it out of the park. Thank you for making it so easy for me. So you can live with your lie if you want to, but my truth is forever. Just like the fact your son is a convict and a killer. Forever. Forever is a long time. What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income and soak up as much money playing victim to line your pockets and then abandon him when he's at sentencing or victim impact? You just left him up there by himself? Amazing. Amazing. What about you, Drew? What kind of father are you? You want to talk about what kind of father? All right, let's talk about what kind of father you are. Let's talk about your arrest. Let's talk about your warrants. Oh, was it drugs? Coke? You did? Tell me some other shit. Let's pull it up. Because I'm welcome every one of you to pull up my criminal history. Someone who tried to make up some bullshit saying I'm a sexual assault person. Guess what? If you're convicted of sexual assault in Texas, you have to register. Please check the registry. Please check my background in criminal history. It's not there.
Kamal, you weren't here with us Tuesday night when we had the unfortunate finding about the 35-year sentence. He said a whole lot. Kamal, what was your reaction to all the things you heard him say tonight?
Look, y'all probably think my reaction is I'm gonna be all mad. I'm gonna be like, man, fuck everybody and all this shit. Nah, I came here to roast these crackers like some s'mores. Look at the cracker brigade in the chat already. You honkies in the chat earlier today, huh? God damn. Man, hey, yo, Jeffrey Metcalf, didn't your son whoop your ass for not being in his life? I already put foot to his ass because he wasn't in his son's life. What the hell? Yeah, they railroaded our brother. You feel me? God damn. And let me put it like this. He was like, what can a white man do that black people can't do? Apparently self-defense, nigga. Did y'all fucking forget about Daniel Penny and his honky ass?
And George Zimmerman.
Oh, there goes another one. God damn. I'm pretty sure Kim could say somebody on the list. Mia could say somebody on the list. A couple of you honky and crackers and sambos and coons. I mean, all you motherfuckers from the tethers saying all this bullshit on y'all panels from TikTok to YouTube. You sound like jackasses. You dumb motherfuckers.
Oh, and also for everyone watching, I donated to Karmelo's fund and I'll do it again because guess what? I don't give a damn if they bought 5 homes, cars. They needed to move because people were hunting them down. Just so y'all know, I don't think people understand that. I don't care what they use the money towards. They should have used it to a better attorney, but that's okay because Charleston White is going to help them now.
You right, Nor. They got that Johnny Bravo face ass attorney. What the fuck? Oh, gentrification ass beard ass attorney. What the hell? I done seen Timu motherfucking goddamn Tubi attorneys do better than that, nigga. What the fuck? God damn. Yeah, Daniel Penny. Y'all forgot about Burr, right? Choked out our black brother on the train over words. Piss drinker. He know who I'm talking about. One man nigga. Man, y'all shouldn't worry about the Bussy nader talk about words and shit. Y'all ain't A week later, you better not say my turd. Man, I'll kill you niggas. Oh, okay. Just like how Daniel Penny did. Came over to behind Burr back. Choked him out. Oh, that's self-defense. Oh, you think I'm fucking done right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I usually don't do this shit, but I'm about to take up a lot of time right now. What about that dog-eating Ricky Chow Mein motherfucker? Yeah. RP to our brother Cyrus. He shot our black brother in the fucking back like he was a damn dog. Like Letitia Harlan. Did y'all forget about that shit? God damn. Does the middle of the fucking month meth fuck up y'all brain and y'all be forgetting shit? How about the bootlicking from you fucking Sambos? I've been hearing you coon asses out there saying bullshit. God damn. Oh, I ain't done. I'm about to just stop right now because I want the ladies to speak. You feel me? I'm going to zip it up. Unlike
listen, there is a lot to say tonight. I give the money again. Matter of fact, I'm going to give money tonight on this fucking live because they keep bringing up this money, Kamal. They keep bringing up this money. Yeah, that was the only mistake I think the family did. I don't care if they bought it. I moved it with the house. Kamal, do you think that that's relevant? Because that's the number one thing that they keep saying, the money, the money, the money.
Man, only mistake they did was hire that Johnny Bravo face-ass nigga lawyer. God damn, he was terrible.
Yes.
That was the only mistake. You feel me? Now, they doing the appeal and shit. I don't know if it's going to be appealed, if they going to win the appeal. You feel me? They look like they already railroaded our brother. You feel me? And at this point, I'm just looking at all you other groups, man. There was some Asian folks on that jury alongside with them white folks. Yeah, saying that bullshit. Yeah. And we ain't going to talk about the case. You already know the case. You already know everything about it.
Yeah, tonight is not talking about the case. Tonight is talking about the appeal. So I'm going to play the clip, guys. This is about the appeal, and then we'll let the ladies get in here.
Karmelo Anthony plans to appeal his murder conviction in the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year when they were both 17 years old. The jury sentenced him to 35 years in prison. Metcalf's father, Jeff, giving an emotional victim impact statement during the sentencing hearing. Quote, "The public response sickens me, especially when a gag order doesn't allow me to defend my son. This was never about race or politics, but what you did was to choose to make it about both. We all bleed the same color. You are free to make choices all your life, but you are not free to not face consequences. Correspondent Brooke Taylor reporting live from McKinney, Texas, with the latest. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Martha. We just got word that Anthony's legal team has filed that notice of appeal, but just seconds ago, we wrapped up an interview with the district attorney and the lead prosecutor on the case. I could tell you they are extremely confident with the verdict here. There was no cameras in the courtroom, so it's our first time really hearing from them. Take a listen to what they told me their reaction was.
Just relief. Relief that 12 members of our community, the jurors, saw it the same way we did, that this was murder, plain and simple. And then they saw punishment like we saw it, that he needed a lengthy prison sentence.
I was relieved. I thought it would be murder, but until you hear it, of course, a jury can do whatever they want as long as they're following the law. So I was relieved for the family, mostly.
And the jury sentenced Karmelo Anthony to 35 years behind bars for fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a high school track meet. Both the DA and lead prosecutor told me they were satisfied with this sentence, even though Anthony faced up to 99 years behind bars. They also said that they were prepared for Anthony to take the stand, and they hoped that he would. Now, I asked what they believed the strongest piece of evidence here was. They both pointed to the surveillance footage. Despite being grainy and shot across the field, they said it reinforced their argument that Anthony wasn't surrounded, and this was a one-on-one confrontation, despite the defense's self-defense claim. Now, the lead prosecutor told me the national spotlight, it definitely added pressure, but he said they had to tune out that noise, and some of that noise.
Boy, y'all going crazy in the chat tonight. Y'all going crazy in the chat tonight. I'm gonna pull up a picture later for you because I want to show you at the end what would have happened for me. I think would have happened if he didn't fight back, but we'll save it for the end. Kim, what's your thoughts? What do you think about all this?
Yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of dog whistles. There's a lot of dog whistles with that guy. I don't, probably not even a dog whistle. It's pretty overt. The dad, he sounds unhinged. He sounds really bad. And if you want to not make it a race thing, then okay, he's being over prosecuted by the criminal punishment bureaucracy. It does lean towards and prosecutes more Black and brown men, but in general, like the same, it's probably, this guy was probably one of those people crying about the J6ers and how they were being over prosecuted. But then when it happens to someone in a case like this, who shouldn't have gotten first degree murder, he should have gotten manslaughter, shouldn't have been over prosecuted like that. He acted in self-defense. It's not that hard to see. We're making it a race thing because it is a race thing. It's not that hard to understand, but I mean, he's probably this guy, because I know people like this. He would probably speak more overtly if it wasn't a camera in his face. He would say things probably much worse than what he's saying.
Now, I'm going to defend him a little bit. I'm going to tell you why I'm defending him.
Because
in the beginning of all this, he said, I don't want this to be about race. He was trying to work with the family. And they started, I don't know if this is a family, but the side that was there, the Al Sharpton and them crew, they then started releasing all this information about his past and making it about him. And I think this is why he's riled up. Now, again, he is a racist from what I saw. There's no other way to cut it. But initially, he was trying to do kumbaya. I'm going to give him credit. I'm going to play this white man, then we're going to get Mia in here. He admits that it's about race. Let's watch.
Would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. Whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up. Yeah. Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name. Was chased down in South Carolina. Chased. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back. Guy that shot him was white. Belton was black. That jury said self-defense because he was white. The only reason Karmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Karmelo Anthony was black. Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense.
All right, Mia, he had the Democrat cup. Is it a grift? Is it real? Because people in the chat saying that he's a grifter, he's a white grifter. What do you think?
I think inflation is high and everybody has bills to pay. I'm not hating on a grifter. Everybody got bills to pay. Everybody got bills to pay. You want to grift, you want to make your money, you want to get your clicks and views, you want to go viral. That's cool. Everybody got bills to pay. Not my monkeys, not my circus.
Yeah, everybody got bills to pay. And hey,
can I say something?
Year. Go ahead.
I think I saw somebody call him a nigga in the chat because he was a Democrat. Somehow we all liberals in this panel today because they keep saying we liberals and Democrats. You niggas like Karmelo, you Democrat motherfucker. It's like, God damn, y'all niggas stupid. Ain't none of us on this panel Democrat. Literally, you ignorant motherfuckers. I'm sorry today, y'all. I'm about to be getting on the chat's ass today.
Oh, I'm going
God
on the chat
damn.
today too, because like I said
Jesus.
2 months ago on the show, I don't make content to appeal to white people. I have conservative values, but that don't mean that I got to be a bootlicker. And I've seen a lot of black men say disgusting things. Get out the way. Y'all think Carmelo's guilty? Get out the way and shut the fuck up. So I appreciate Mia for doing that tonight. She said, I ain't gonna comment. I'm gonna pull back. But there's people that I've seen that are disgusting. They've been in and out of prison themselves, and they commented on Karmelo, black and white. So that's the type of time I'm on tonight. Again, I don't care about jucking for white people. Never have. If it was unclear to anybody here tonight in the chat. But anyways, this is what the parents had to say. They did an interview and it went viral. So come on. Nah, I don't have it. But this is Jasmine Crockett because she went viral this week talking about it.
5 years for a kid who had decided to go under a tent that was not his team's tent as it was raining and simply didn't want to be put out in the rain by some random kid that he didn't know who was larger than him. Listen, a lot of people don't know what it is to live as a black person in this country, but just like you can give the benefit of the doubt to so many police officers when they go out and they shoot some black unarmed person, even though they are trained, the fact that there was little to no mercy seen or humanity seen when this black boy said that I was scared, or the fact.
So is she grifting, Kamal? What you think?
Hell yeah, this shit too late. The fuck? You wait until then? You should have been talking about it
Where
last
was
year during the trial.
She's the Texas rep. Where was she?
Eating butter biscuits? That's what she was doing. God damn, this way too late. What's up?
She was silent.
You're silent as hell with the rest of them Democrats and the Democrat flunkies.
Wow.
Was silent as hell. Didn't say a goddamn word. Now the verdict come out. Now it's all, oh, Karmelo, oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, that political theater bullshit. Man, that's why y'all taking L's. That's why y'all taking L's. The pandering shit. Stop pandering. And hey, never under pressure. Hey, I will tell your mama, always got her goddamn mouth open for them balls. God damn. Oh, silly ass name. Anyway.
Nah, they crashing out, but I found the clip of the parents, guys.
I was just about to give her credit. I didn't know that. I was like, hey, she sounds good right there. Look at her.
Who, Jasmine?
I was going to give her credit. I didn't know she had been silent.
Yeah, she should have helped the family. Here we go.
Son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
It took less than 3 hours for a jury to reject 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony's claims of self-defense in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Prosecutors argued Anthony intentionally killed Metcalf after being taunted and shoved by Metcalf and his teammates at a high school track meet. Take us inside that courtroom. What stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury. But I was trying to be, like, all right, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the truth is on our side.
Kimberly, is it too little too late? Do you think, and you can be honest, do you think that because a lot of things that people are saying is that the family is grifting off their son's back. They should have got him better defense. What do you think, from what you've heard or read, could have done differently?
I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what their calculations are, but I did overhear that they had only one defense attorney as opposed to like a defense team. And they had, I believe, at least $500,000 fund, which could have gone towards like a full defense team. Now, in this country, money is God. So if you would have poured more money into your defense team, you would have gotten out like O.J. Simpson. So, I mean, maybe, even though that's a bad example, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But Johnny Crockett, I mean, that's a good defense lawyer. He can get you off on anything. You know what I mean? But I
agree with Kim.
What happened?
I was going to say, Kim, I agree with you. So in Boston, there was a woman that was framed for a murder of her police officer cop. Mind you, the entire city, the DA, the judge, the city, they all conspired against her to set her up. She's currently planted evidence. She won, and she won because she had a $600,000 defense team, and they were dogs, dude, pit bulls. And now she's suing the city, and she's probably going to walk away with at least $70-80 million. So all that matters is you don't even have to be in the right. In the United States, in the justice system, you don't have to be correct, you don't have to be right, you don't have to be innocent. All you need is enough money for reasonable doubt. That is what money buys you. That's how OJ got off, is just enough reasonable doubt. Just enough planted seeds. And his family failed him. I will die on this fucking hill, dude. You had $625,000. Yes. $625,000. Why couldn't you move to a damn trailer and put $400,000 into a team to get your son off? Because all they had to do was go from murder to manslaughter, and then from 10 to 5 years in manslaughter, he'd do 2.5. He'd do just enough justice for the life that he took, but not too much to where it's going to ruin his entire life. Now he's going to be stuck in prison for like 17 years because he's going to have to do half of the 35 if they don't appeal it. All it takes is just enough. All they needed was from murder to manslaughter, and then a little bit of a lower sentencing. Mind you, they
claimed they couldn't access the money. That's what they were saying, that they didn't access the money. They froze the accounts.
Well, that's why I'm not sure what, I don't know what really happened, but just objectively, just the optics, like that's what I can observe, because I've litigated cases. Lawyers win cases. The lawyers are the ones who win the cases. You just have to pour money into it. God is the money. Money is God in this country. So if you just pour money into it, he would have gotten. I mean, there's still a lot of racial bias and all the media bias, and I mean, even just the way that Fox was framing it. But I think they could have. I mean, I don't know what they could have done, because I don't know what, like Mia said, maybe the funds were frozen. I don't know. But in my mind, what really stood out to me was that they didn't put him on the stand. In a self-defense case, you need to put the defendant on the stand. When they showed a picture of the victim, sadly, in his stab wound, there were reports that Karmelo was just looking down because he couldn't even bear to look up and see the stab wound on the victim. If they would have put him on the stand, I guarantee you he would have cried. He would have been much more sympathetic to the jury. I don't know why they would do that. That, I think, to me, is a red flag.
I know why, because the defense was fucking retarded. They was weak. He
was in on it.
It is dumb. Yeah. Like, it's obvious. These motherfuckers are in cahoots. You feel me? That system working, y'all. That system of white supremacy working like a motherfucker, ain't it?
It is.
God damn.
Well, Kamal, this last clip is for you, and then we'll go on. Well, I have 2 more clips, but this is for you, Kamal. This guy says you need to go back to Africa.
I want you to begin to think about this America and the white people problem that we have. I'm going to make a statement. We know that Martin Luther King, the beginning of his work was all about integration. We do know that later on that did change. Integration has had great benefits. I think now, unless you must stay in America, unless you are supposed to be in the USA. Otherwise, if you're Black, integration has had great benefits. I'm telling you, and I'm saying this as a collective, let's drain this place of its benefits and make our mass exodus and go home and build. I repeat, integration has had great benefits, Black people. For some of us. Let's drain this place of its benefits and make our mass exodus and go home and build. See,
Kamal, what do you think about what he just said? Are you going home to Africa?
Man, that fucking Pan-African mumbo jumbo. Get the F out of here with that Blade looking 2000 ass motherfucker. Get the F out of here with that shit. No, we already in our homeland. You feel me? And I see y'all, some of y'all in the chat talk about my Cash App and shit. The reason why I got the Cash App is so I could get that flea medicine for Jess Kelly's mama. The broad got fleas. We gotta get her help. It's probably because she keep fucking that slim dude in the chat. Boy, y'all, the Hunky Brigade is out. I love it. I love when the chat like this. I'm like a New York Knicks fan right now. Yeah, I'm on y'all asses. God damn. Thought ignorant as hell. May, I seen you in the chat too. Gobbling goddamn George Zimmerman's balls. Y'all niggas is insane. I love this shit. The chat don't usually be like this. I love it. Y'all want to keep showing y'all white supremacy? I'm going to keep beating his ass. Oh, like how Austin Metcalf said before, Karmelo Anthony said, touch me and see what happens. Oh, y'all don't say that shit, huh? That's a threat. Last time I heard, when you walk up to somebody and say, I'm going to beat your ass, threat. But I digress. Y'all keep talk y'all hunky Sambo babble, because I see a couple Sambos in the chat too. What about the black on black crime in the Congo, man? Oh, ignorant niggas. God damn. Anyway.
Hi, Dexter. Thanks for watching. He's one of our oldest fans. Yeah, I mean, one last clip, and then we'll move on off this BS. This is another Austin Metcalf clip, Jeff Metcalf clip, and this is what he had to say to the family.
Court. But I can speak freely now because the gag order is lifted. Tiffany Billions, McAdoo, whatever her last name is, I'm not going to throw insults at you because I'm not going to lower myself to your level. But you're despicable. Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or go send Go money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS to come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted baby shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister fuck you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
Oh man, Mr. Metcalf, please stop talking. I know you're heartbroken. Stop talking. Karen, what do you think about what you just heard?
I mean, I know he's grieving. We all grieve differently, but his true colors are also coming out. Wow. Yeah, I handled some cases that were pretty bad. Like I had to actually spell out what people would say, like the managers to the clients. And even just like typing it out on a pleading paper, I felt dirty, right? Like the hard R. And right now when he said, I don't even want to repeat it, but he said baby shaken felon. It reminds me of a case where I wrote, and there's a word that starts with a P that they refer to for kids, like Black kid Americans. I'm sure you guys know what the word is. But I had a manager who would refer to her client who adopted, she was a white employee who adopted a Black kid here in this country. And the manager would refer to that kid as the P word. And man, I had to do like research. I had to type it all up. And the history of all that is not too far away from where we are now. So when I hear dog whistles like this, I mean, it's just, I'm like out of lots of words.
Yeah, and Dexter says it well. Hey, Nora, yeah, the racism will never change from some white people. Again, some. Even with the positives we do daily. And I think that's what breaks my heart. Karmelo Anthony wasn't a thug. He grew up in a 2-parent household. He grew up with money. They did all the right things, and it still wasn't enough. He was a 3.8 GPA student. He saved a child's life. He made one mistake. And again, do I think he should be not guilty of nothing? No. Let me be clear. I think he should have got manslaughter. But 35 years and murder, premeditated murder, you will never get me to think that's okay. And you will never not tell me that this wasn't from racism. Sorry. And to Kim's point, it's an unjust system. How about that? And I don't understand how Black conservatives, Black men can get on here, especially ones that have been arrested, have dealt with legal problems, and put him down. I will never get it. Never get it.
I get it. It's called Coondanese. These niggas speak that Coon dialect. Hey, being a Coon, Sambo, that shit be paying, y'all. They pay a lot of money.
He said that racism is coming from the Black community, Kamal.
No, it's coming from your mama twat, nigga. Fuck out of here. Coming from the Black community. Bubba Sparks ass looking boy. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. God damn. But yeah, like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised even of the chat either. We got it both ways though. You feel me? I'm seeing it both ways. But yeah, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not one of these people that gonna be on panels that's gonna be PC with the chat. You feel me? No, I go in on the chat too. I big up the chat, but I go in on the chat too. I see the ignorant bullshit y'all saying in the chat, and I'm for it. You feel me? But
well,
can I say one thing?
Say one more
before
thing.
we get to the Trump thing. Where the fuck was the Black lawyers in Texas? Why couldn't none of y'all come? I'm fucking confused. I see y'all niggas on LinkedIn showing suits and shit. Come on, we need a Johnny Cochran in this bitch. God damn. This shit crazy, y'all. Oh, we got a super chat. Hell yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now,
Thank you so much.
yeah, I needed it because apparently I'm broke because I got my Cash App in
And
the.
let me say one last thing. My heart does bleed for Austin. A life was lost. Let me be clear. I will never, because there have been Black people that have said they don't care about Austin. That's not me. Let me be clear. That's not me. But at the same time, I am going to stand for Karmelo Anthony because this system did him wrong. It's that simple. You can still support Karmelo and still be sad about Austin.
Nora, the system didn't do him wrong. The system is fucking working. That's why I got to destroy this shit. The system working to a T. It's working perfectly. It's just a lot of these dumb motherfuckers don't even see that the system is working. You feel me? So
I don't give a shit. Let me say, hold up, homegirl, before we move on. I don't give a shit about the chat. Go start the live over. I said what I had to say at the beginning of the live. I don't give a shit about the chat. And I keep telling y'all, I'm not pandering, jucking and jiving for certain people. Sorry.
Epi 76, yes, you dumb motherfucker. The system is working. Didn't you just hear on the panel that if you got money, the system work in your fucking favor? You ignoramus motherfucker. OJ had money. And at the end of the day, that glove didn't fit. Okay? God damn. Y'all thinking with y'all ass today. Jesus Christ. Shout out to the people in the chat, though, that's really holding it down, though. Shout out to y'all.
So watch they all leave. Okay, guys, we'll go to the topic of the night. Mia says she just want to talk about inflation. So we just going to talk about inflation now. Trump said the quiet part aloud. He loves inflation. He don't give a shit about us. And I'm sure all these people in the chat crashing out, saying the racist stuff voted for him. I hate to say it, but it's true. So this clip, this is where Trump just tells everyone how dumb we are for ever voting for him. Here he goes.
You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. We've been taking out millions of barrels of oil. Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran until right now.
Did he really say that out loud?
We blasted the crap out of it. We took out, that's why oil's $85 a barrel. I mean, you take a look. Remember when I did this, I said, look, the one bad thing will be we hit the best economy we've ever hit. And I said, I hate to do this to you guys, but Iran's going to have a nuclear weapon very soon. We have to go and attack. So we hit them with the B-2 bombers, which took a lot of courage. It was totally successful. We buried it, very hard to get. But now we had to make the second move. And I said, the bad part is the stock market will go down by a lot based on predictions of experts, like 25%. And it was worth it. To me, it was worth it not to have a nuclear weapon.
Okay, Mia, you didn't have much to say before. What do you think about what he said?
Honestly, I was having a hard time concentrating because he was taking so many pauses and he was talking so slow. I mean, I guess I'm glad he's being honest about how he feels and how they don't care about screwing over the American people. At first it was, oh, they have nuclear weapons, but in actuality, no, they don't have nuclear weapons. Oh, they have lists, but in actuality, no, they don't. Oh, this conflict's only going to take 2 weeks. And here we are months later, months later. Oh, we're controlling the strait, but there's mines there. And then all of a sudden it takes us 3 months to deploy the naval submarine and ships that clear the Strait of Mines. But there's no mines there. I mean, I've never seen such conflicting information from any governmental entity. I honestly forgot Trump was still alive.
Yeah, and what he's also backtracking that he would fix the economy, but the internet keeps receipts. Here we go.
Affordable again. We're going to get the prices down. We have to get them down. It's too much. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down. But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast. Not only with insurance, with everything. Tomorrow, I will end inflation. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices. I will end inflation. End inflation. Slash your prices. To rapidly reduce inflation, I will end inflation very quickly. End inflation. slash your prices. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices. We're going to get your prices down. Now we will end inflation and make America affordable again. We're going to get the prices down.
And mind you, he said for years, no new wars. And he disparaged Bush, Obama, and all of them for maintaining a presence in the Middle East. And he actually wanted to leave the Middle East. And then all of a sudden, now he's on his last term. And now it's war, 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 war. I mean, the majority of our budget now is all going to war. Like, who's warring? Nobody's even having kids. So who the fuck is doing all this warring? I don't understand. We don't have money for daycare. We don't have money for food. We don't have money for insulin. We don't have money for clean air. I mean, we don't have money for anything, allegedly, including Medicare and Medicaid, which we pay for ourselves out of our checks. But all of a sudden, we have $1.5 trillion for war. I don't understand it. Obviously, you know, Barron and Kai aren't going to be going overseas to war because, you know, rich kids never go. Those days are gone. So clearly, I guess we're all just volunteering our sons.
He said we can't afford daycare. He said we're not going to pay for daycare. He said that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He said, leave that to the states. We're not going to take care of daycare. This country is too big. He just keeps offending his, like, I'm curious as to what the voters are saying. I haven't actually heard anybody. I know that the Speaker of the House said that his words were taken out of context. They always say some shit like that, but I really haven't paid much attention to it.
I miss the E guy. I would love to hear him defend this. Don't y'all miss having somebody MAGA on the panel?
What about Zeke?
Back. Oh yeah, we got to bring Zeke. Zeke's coming.
Yeah, where the MAGA people at, man?
How
we
do
need
we defend this? How do we defend this?
I'm curious.
I'd love to hear the defense. Now we need the E. We need someone like the E guy, because you know he wore that hat every goddamn night. I need those kind. I want to hear from the white ones.
Yeah.
How you defend?
Well, I just want to hear the rationale, right? Because last year, almost to the year now, we dropped those bombs. We said we obliterated X, Y, and Z. They're no longer a threat. We've moved on, yada, 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 yada. Now, then all of a sudden, here we are. What wasn't supposed to be a war is now what I would classify as a war, to the point where Congress and the Senate are going to start passing war powers and scaling back. The European strategic reserves are basically on empty. The Asian strategic reserves are on empty. The United States, our strategic reserves were already super low, and now they're even lower than they were before. We're about to run on E, to the point where eventually, if they can't figure out this Iranian war conflict or whatever, Congress is going to have to use the defense powers, the Defense Production Act powers, and force the oil magnates here to keep the oil here for Americans, because we're coming up to some of the largest holidays in the United States. We're going to see $6, $7, maybe even $10 a gallon come 4th of July weekend, because everybody's traveling, all the boats, the yachts, the cars, the flying, everybody travels during that weekend and during that week. And then you have Labor Day after that. So, I mean,
damn.
I don't know who's running this country right now, because allegedly we have some of the best colleges, but we clearly have some of the dumbest people running this country right now. Because I'm like, why would you do this right now of all times? We had gas super low. I mean, it seemed like we were kind of sort of turning a corner on the economy, sort of. And then now it's like you gut punch us, and we're twice as worse off now than before you took office.
Mm-hmm.
We're right back where we started, and then we've lost some ground. Like, what the fuck, buddy?
It's not just in Iran. We're trying to fuck with Cuba, Venezuela. We're mingling in Mexico, Bolivia, Ecuador. Like, all this is expensive. It behooves me, really. But I think it's because the eye has him by the balls, because they tried to kill him. And they're like, hey, we could have got you, mother. So you better listen to us, because we can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to, let me try to defend Trump.
We can get this close to him.
Let me try to defend Trump, man. Y'all, maybe we are liberal over here. We're the liberal podcast over here. We shitting on Trump. Trump, fake news. You feel me? I kiss babies in the morning. Golden Dome. Went to the.
I mean, I can defend some of it. I mean, gas has
Nora,
gone down.
Nora. Trump is talking. Okay. That big boss, 40, whatever your name is, your mother's a whore. What are you talking about? White supremacy. Okay. Knicks were great. Golden Dome coming soon. 2 weeks, we'll get into oil. Yeah, some shit like that. They probably say something like that. Defend this nigga Trump.
I mean, well, the facts are there. I'm glad that finally we're not just crazy and we're saying that things are expensive. This is the facts. This is what CNN clip breaking it down.
There's inflation 4.2%. So that means if you adjust for inflation, real wages are actually shrinking, right? Paychecks are just not going as far. And some consumers, they've had to dip into savings. They've had to put some of their spending on credit cards, and that's just not sustainable. It's not healthy. My former colleague, Heather Long, I think she summed it up best on X a few moments ago. She said, this isn't just bad vibes about the economy. There is real pain, especially for the middle class and lower income households.
So, yeah, I mean, this is the highest numbers since COVID. Mia, what's your thoughts?
I mean, we all know it. I know there are people in the chat like, gas is 50 cents where I live and a head of lettuce is a nickel. Like, fuck you, dude. We know you're lying. Whatever, bro. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know you're lying. I mean, we all know you're lying. We see the prices at Walmart. We see the prices at, Piggly Wiggly and all those other places where you fucking scumbags live. I don't know what to tell you. Like, everybody knows it's expensive to live now. I mean, the average home
First TDS. Like, they're saying we have the TDS, but it is high.
What's that syndrome where you fall in love with your captor?
Yes.
Stockholm.
That's
Stockholm.
what many people have, because he literally said like a month ago, he said, I don't consider the economic situation of Americans. He literally said that. And then after that, he said, we're not getting you guys daycare because we have to pay for wars. And then now he's saying inflation is good. And then you have the Speaker of the House saying that people are taking it out of context. Kiss my ass. That's so stupid.
Well, I think too is just like people are so. I think once you have spent so much time, energy, and effort in like spiritual means to be behind the movement, you have to see it through. Very rarely will people stop, look around, and turn a different direction. Most people will see it through. Just like we have those people like Casso in that panel will see Democrats through. Even if they're losing, even if they don't do anything to help, they will see it through because they've invested too much and they can't turn around and they can't change their minds. And I find a lot of people that live for a movement will die for the movement because at this point in time, they've invested too much and they're not going to change. So it's, I swear to God, it's both sides.
Who voted for Trump on the panel? Raise your hand. Okay, so, I mean, we don't have
50%.
TDS. Yeah, we don't have TDS. We're tired. We're tired. We have children. We have bills. We have homes. We're tired. This part.
And I talk shit about the TDS people all the time. The whole Russiagate hoax, I think that should be investigated. Like, I think that was the whole Steele dossier. That is really, that's traitorous what they did. So
what, they lied on Trump?
The whole Russiagate bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. And same with January 6th. So yeah, we talk on things. Y'all just don't like that. We going crazy on Trump, but it's not my fault things are high. I didn't make gas be damn near $6 according to me. It come July 4th. I didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Y'all, hold on. See, this is what it is, what y'all not getting, right? We got about 75% of the people in the chat dumb as hell. So they see 3 women and 1 black dude, and they like, y'all niggas Democrat, y'all liberals, y'all some liberals. That's all they see. They ain't heard nothing we said. All they see, you said Trump, he lied a little bit here and there. Oh, y'all niggas got TDS. Oh, y'all niggas crazy. It's like, all right. Anyway.
I was kind of like that. I remember during the Bernie era, it took me a while actually until like 2020 when they failed to hold a vote for Medicare for all. That's when I was like, all right, I'm done with this. And that's why I engage with people like that are on the extremes who will die by their party lines, because I think that's where I used to be, so I can see that. And I think it's important that we shouldn't have the only source of authority that I follow is God. Like, I am anti-authoritarian. I think when the government is tyrannical like this, it should be a red flag, and both parties do it. So, I mean, hope is a hard thing to kill.
And
I think, go ahead.
Hope is a hard thing to kill, but I think a lot of people also forget that, birds of a feather flock together. So people act like Bernie Sanders and AOC aren't at the same dinners that Lindsey Graham is at, and that Mitch McConnell's at, and that Mike Johnson's at, that they're not shaking hands and kissing the same babies. They all are. These people, they're birds of a feather flock together. These people hang out, they talk, they wheel and deal, they accept the same money, whether it's American money or whether it's money from the people overseas in that country that's always getting into shit. Like, they're doing the same thing at this point in time. We are an occupied nation, and if people would just accept that so we can change that, we would be a whole lot better. The two-party system doesn't exist. It's just the rich people that pay the lobbyists to and hurt us and control the narrative.
It's a corporate uniparty. It's a corporate uniparty. They have solidarity amongst themselves for self-preservation. They don't want the system to change.
Oh.
Yeah, and all right. So, are we starting this war? Are we not? This is the last topic of the night. This was Pete Hegseth just yesterday in Tampa, Florida, and this is what he had to say.
And let's continue on right now. Speaking right outside of CENTCOM headquarters in Tampa, we have Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth speaking right now. Let's listen in.
CENTCOM, Central Command, will be busy tonight because President Trump said we will be hitting Iran hard, and we will be. Because Iran has a chance to make a good deal, a great deal, to codify what they said they've been willing to do, and they haven't been willing to do it. So, as President Trump said, they've been tapping. You can see when someone's trying to tap on a deal. Instead, they're going to have tap bombs dropping on key facilities in Iran from the United States of America. And that's not because we want to restart anything we don't have to restart. It's because the War Department is prepared to set the terms to ensure that we get the kind of deal President Trump expects. And Admiral Cooper and the team here at CENTCOM has done a phenomenal job from the beginning on Epic Fury and through this blockade, ensuring that we have a chance to reach that end state, which is Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, which they say they don't want. And so since we're so close to that negotiated deal, if that's the case, they should step up and do it. There's another thing that was revealed today by the president that the press has not been aware of, but certainly this building, the U.S. Central Command, has known, is that Project Freedom, the idea of running ships through the Strait of Hormuz, it never stopped. It just went underground. And so there's some things the public knows and some things the public doesn't know. But ultimately, we've been protecting commercial shipping going through the Strait of Hormuz, as the president announced, to the tune of over 100 million barrels that have moved through and more in the middle of the night, protected by the United States in a way that Iran can't stop. They can't see it and they can't stop it. So answer me this. If our blockade is ironclad, which it is, we just disabled another tanker attempting to leave just yesterday. Our blockade has stopped almost 140 ships attempting to navigate in or out to Iranian ports. So if our blockade is ironclad, which it is, and we're able to move commercial shipping in and out of the Strait of Hormuz, who controls the Strait of Hormuz? And President Trump said it, and he's right. The United States of America controls the Strait of Hormuz. We're able to bring oil in and out and other things with partners, and have done so now for weeks and weeks in ways the Iranians don't want to acknowledge. That's a powerful reality on the ground. Add that to what the United States military, what Central Command did to their Navy, to their Air Force, to their air defenses, to their power projection capabilities, and we know exactly on this ledger who's on the strong end and who is not, who's had decisive effects and who can't defend. And so from the beginning, we've shown overwhelmingly the kind of capabilities the War Department can bring. This building continues to plan.
Okay, I'm going to mute him while we talk, and we just keep him on the screen. Kim, you had a lot to say in the chat. You say you think he's hot, but you say he's full of it. What's up?
Well, I mean, if he has a nice full head of hair, he's like, you can tell he works out. I don't know. I was just trying to say something nice for once. That's
Kim,
it.
don't do it.
That's the
Kim, don't do it. You can't trust a white man with a conch like that. We know about Gavin Newsom, right?
Oh, I know. I'm kidding. And I actually say the same. I say something similar about Gavin Newsom. You know, like, but yeah, this is a word salad. He's not actually saying anything, and half of it isn't even true. And then people eat this shit up, and then they report on this. This isn't real reporting. This is literally the state propaganda. Like, I can't believe anybody believes any of this. He's a war criminal. Put him in the Hague.
I mean, I cannot believe that they want to talk about DEI hires when this is the #1 DEI hire ever.
He also isn't very smart. What happened to putting smart people? Like, I remember when Condoleezza Rice would speak, she's just so well spoken. Like, there used to be smart people that would at least try or pretend to lie to us. Now they're just like shoving shit down our throats and changing the story every fucking week. It's insulting. It's insulting.
Hold on, Kim. Kim and Nora, be careful now. Y'all pushing black supremacy. I guess we got this thing called black supremacy.
Oh, that was just the first person that I thought of. I'm okay. I mean, John Kerry.
You know what's I feel like, what's the saddest part is technology has like dumbed people down to the point where the propaganda that they're feeding us is dumb. Like, those of us that are millennials or older recognize it because they've proven that we are smarter than Gen Z and Gen Alpha that are coming out. We have better cognitive reasoning, and they've proven that with tests and brain scans. And just the propaganda that they're trying to spew for these younger generations is retarded. I mean, it's stupid. It's like, why even bother? We have people on retainer for better playbooks. What is going on here? I miss the days of when we were a proper country and we had secretive programs and secretive propaganda when we were a proper country. Now it's like we're just lazy. Or maybe AI is trying to do the propaganda now. I don't know, but it's too much. It's not good enough. They need to get better at it. We're spotting it too quick.
Yeah, there's weapons of mass destruction where we need to spread democracy. Like, they used to actually pretend like that there was something to believe in. And now it's just like, take this shit. And people eat that up. It's so sad. It's so disheartening.
And you know what's crazy?
He said that, his mouth looked like he was saying that.
What's even crazier is now we have congressmen and women admitting we have aliens, and they're like talking about the kind of aliens, and we are so desensitized to it. We're like, take us with you. Is this so ghetto? We're just like waiting for this alien invasion. Literally, the government says, by the way, there's warring factions of aliens in the ocean and in the earth crust, and they're bipedal, and some of them are like blobs, and they're this continuum, and they're interdimensional species and beings, and we're here like, take us with you. We don't care. I don't want to pay rent. That's how fucking ghetto it is living. We're like, we don't want to pay rent anymore. Start the fucking war. That's how bad it is.
There are different species of humans depending on how far from the future they come back to visit ourselves. So there's different futuristic interdimensional humans. Conversation for another day.
Y'all know more than me. I didn't even care about that alien stuff. I said, who cares? This is another distraction like the Epstein stuff.
God did say the Bible says we are not of this world.
Yeah, true that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all right about that though, because I'm pretty sure this nigga Big Boss that's in the chat right now, this nigga most definitely either he an alien.
Where is he at?
You see him? He been saying the same shit.
Yes.
He most definitely been sucking on his mama's sour titty milk since he was 14. This shit's terrible. See, this is what we talking about. The idiots, man. He's saying, man, the right supremacy, man. It can't be that, man. Man, set your silly ass up, bro. Go stand in the corner and count to 100 backwards. So dumbass.
I just have two more clips. This is the update about what's really going on. This is what Trump had to say about Iran and the Strait.
The Strait is open, but the Straits have been open for a number of months already, and you just didn't know about it. You know, you as reporters weren't able to get it. They just announced yesterday that we brought a lot of ships through. Nobody knew about it. I guess we did a pretty good job, Peter, right? But we brought many ships across, and millions, hundreds of millions of barrels of oil were brought across. And there wasn't a thing that anybody could have done about that.
Bro, I have a good friend, and he said every time Trump opens his mouth, he's lying. So, Mia, has the Strait been open?
I don't think so. But also it's hard to tell because a lot of those ships turn off their signals anyways, and they go dark, and then they reappear miles and miles and miles from where their last point is. So it's really hard to tell. I don't think the Strait is open. According to the Lego videos, the Strait isn't open. So I don't know. I get my news from the Legos, man. I really like watching them. It's very animated. I believe them too. I'm like, shit, they're good. They really are good. I'm like, ooh, I believe them. The Legos be doing this and that. And I'm like, okay, this is good. I can watch this. I get all my news from Lego movies now.
They won the propaganda war. Propaganda war has been won by Iran.
Well, you know, they bought TikTok to shut down information coming out of Gaza. So,
Oh, yeah.
but
And
the Lego
Paramount
videos, yeah.
and CNN and CBS and Peacock and Netflix soon. I mean, they bought them all. Like, I don't think people realize how controlled the media in the United States is. I mean, it is no different than communist China. We are the new CCP. We're just the United States. It's no different. One family owns like over 60%, which they shouldn't, by the way. It's a monopoly, but another talk for another time. Like, one family owns the majority of the media, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Peacock, whether it be Paramount, whether it be CNN, MSNBC. I mean, they all answer to the same family, whether it's the father or the son. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, if you know, you know. If you don't, you need to Google it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I need to give my homie Biden some credit, because Lena Khan, as the chair of the FTC, did really good work on antitrust. And I don't know if maybe he wasn't aware and her and the department got away with it, but they were doing really good on antitrust. And Trump just came in and reversed all of that shit. But I would give him his credit with respect to antitrust. The Biden administration was at least going in the right direction.
Damn, maybe we should have voted for Kamala then.
No.
Should I have voted for?
I think you guys cost the Green Party the election, because if we would have all voted Green Party, then the Green Party would have won.
Yeah,
I mean, probably right.
Honestly.
Well, you know what I saw, Nora? I almost sent you a screenshot of it. I saw that allegedly Kamala is a contender for the Democratic ticket for 2028.
I saw that.
And I wanted to throw my phone away. I was like, are we serious, bro? Why do the Democrats willingly want to lose? Why are you trying to lose? Nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. You telling me out of 365 million Americans, half of them are probably Democrats. You can't find one man. Nobody wants a woman. We're never going to get a woman. I'm sorry. You need to find a man.
Rokana.
That is the quiet part out loud. Nobody, the boomers will not vote for a woman. Gen X is not going to vote for a woman. Right. So we have two of the largest groups that aren't going to vote for a woman yet. Eventually the boomers will be dead and we don't have to worry about them. But while they're still alive.
Hillary won the popular vote. So I don't think it's that. But I will say she won't win because she's not a descendant of John Lackland. She's not royal bloodline, so she can't win.
So who is that's running?
I think Gavin is.
Yeah, I think Gavin is going to win. I think Gavin is going to win the Democratic.
He's royal bloodline, but the Democrats just like to fuck. It's because they real politics happens behind closed doors. They coordinate all this shit, because if the Democrats were smart, they would have put "I don't think about Americans' economic situation" on T-shirts. All this dumb shit Trump is saying, they would be marketing that shit up and down. They would get all the fucking voters, but they're dumb. and they're intentionally dying.
I agree. Like, why are the Democrats not campaigning right now? I guess they feel like they don't have to do anything because I don't even know what the guy who's running for my state governor is promising to do against Byron.
They'll just run. I mean, that's a whole other conversation, but it's coordinated. Like, they don't really want to win. They like to lose because it's self-preservation. They would have won with Bernie, but they would have preferred to have lost with Hillary.
Which is so crazy to me because Bernie, I feel like all we would have needed would be I don't know, maybe it's because I live so close to Vermont. I don't know. I actually do. I enjoy Bernie. Maybe it's a New England solidarity thing. I don't know. It just could be a solidarity thing. But I mean, Bernie has fantastic ideas. Don't get me wrong. Not all of them are fantastic, but some of his ideas are fantastic.
Yeah, he would have beat Trump. They were both running like 2016 Trump and hello.
Are they on the phone? They hung up. We had one.
They hung up?
Call back in, whoever you are. Call back in. Sorry.
Bernie would have won. That's what I was gonna say.
He would have won. He absolutely would have won.
I am wearing a Mexico hat. Viva Mexico, hijos de su puta madre. I don't even like soccer, but us Mexicans, we're very discreet. We're very discreet. We don't like to draw attention to ourselves.
Really? Really? Because I've been seeing those people on those burning cars with those Mexican flags like a year ago. I don't know. That doesn't seem very discreet to me. Like, you're like, that doesn't seem discreet to me.
Oh no, my laptop's gonna die. I'm gonna call in on my phone. 1 second.
Hey, call back in whoever's calling. I don't know why it's not coming through. It's so
Somebody
weird.
called in.
Yeah, they keep calling and it's not coming through, Kamal. Why is it doing that?
Try refreshing. See that?
Okay.
That work. That might work.
Yeah, I'm in the queue. It says I'm receiving calls. All right, call in one more time. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's
It worked. It worked last time we had a caller called in. You know what I
mean? All right, I'm gonna play the last clip while we wait for this person to call back, and then we'll wrap it up.
I know you'll never be satisfied, but that's okay.
Oh, here we go.
The audio kind of low.
Wait, it came through now. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello?
And we're going to be subject to finalization of documents, which should get done over the next few days.
Hold on, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hi, John. Hold on. I'm going to... Can y'all hear John? Speak, John.
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, we can hear him.
Okay.
We can hear you too.
All right,
hear
John,
us?
you're not going to be able to hear the team unless you're listening from another device, but I'll tell you what they said, because remember, Kamala doesn't feed through for some reason. Go ahead, John. We can hear you.
Okay. I was wondering, what did you guys want to maybe talk about or debate about?
Well, we want to debate about you called us. We said we're taking calls in, so I mean, you can comment on whatever you want. We're taking viewer calls.
Okay. Well, I was, everybody's kind of worked up about the Iran war. And I kind of see why Trump had to go in there and take care of kind of what radical Islam's goal is to do, and that's to essentially wipe out the Jews and they want to create a worldwide caliphate. And I mean, if you look back at Iran, they are the world's foremost state of terror. They supply monies and weapons to Hamas, Hezbollah, Boko Haram in Africa, amongst many other nations. And, they manufacture weapons and ballistic missiles and give them to these terrorist organizations that in turn shoot weapons and missiles into Israel almost on a daily basis. And if it wasn't for Israel having anti-missile, I think they're called like David Slingshot and the Iron Dome, I mean, think of all the Israelis that would be dead and or their whole infrastructure completely ruined.
John, can I ask you a question?
Because Islam wants them wiped off the map. Yeah.
John, what generation are you from? Are you Gen X?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell him that everything he said is
And
complete
you know, and you got to think.
Well, Kimberly said that everything you just said is complete propaganda.
Nothing he just said is true. The number one
Well,
sponsor
what
of
I would
terrorism is the
ask
United
her then
States.
is when can anybody name a time when Israel, just for the heck of it, sent a missile out just to kill random
Oh my God.
people?
John,
just
are
to
you
do it.
John, are you how do you watch us? Do you watch from your phone or do you watch from a TV or laptop?
Oh, I watch from a computer.
I want you to
on
turn the
YouTube.
computer on so you can hear Kimberly. Kimberly is going to respond to you because I want this to be a good dialogue, John. And this is
Hold
not
on.
to rate you. This is
Can
to
I ask something
educate.
real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would it be easier? And I want to ask
Okay.
the viewers out there too. Is it easier for y'all to call in, or if Nora or
Oh,
Grace
should I share
send
the
a link
link?
to StreamYard and y'all come up
Okay.
that way?
John, do you want to come on the screen? We're going to share the link in the chat and you can come up.
Yeah, you don't have to show your face.
Right now,
but
You don't have to show your face.
Usually I have my computer up and I just got off of it and I'm on my phone completely, but I can still hear.
If I send you the
through
link,
the
you
phone.
can come in through your phone. You don't have to show your face. It's just because I want you to hear what the girls are saying because they
No, I can hear her because I can put the phone on mute and listen to the streaming channel
Okay.
still.
Okay, cool. Let's just do that to keep it going. Go
Okay.
ahead, Kimberly.
He said, "Can I name a time when Israel attacked anyone just for the heck of it?" Literally since the existence of Israel. And also, Iran was not a threat to the United States. Israel is not the United States. We did not have to intervene on behalf of Israel. Iran is the last of 7 countries for the clean break strategy that has been Israel's goal to destabilize what they see as their enemies, not our enemies, because we are not Israel, we are the United States. Man, there's just so much. Like everything you just said is completely not true. There have been no terrorist attacks from Iran on the United States soil at all, not one. So they were absolutely no threat to us. The only reason that we intervened is because, and it's been reported that Bibi Netanyahu had Donald Trump by his balls and he wanted to. But all that aside, this is a war of aggression. Wars of aggression are expensive. They're not America first. They actually are what make us less safe. The CIA calls it blowback when we get counter-terrorist attacks on us, which is what led to, for example, 9/11 and other terrorist attacks. So everything that has to do with Iran right now is just completely counterproductive. And anything that you see that's on the news, like with Fox News, is skewed. It's propaganda because a lot of these Zionists, which are different from Jewish people, the majority of Zionists are fake Christians. They own the media. We were just talking about that. So if I could refer you to anyone, it would be Glenn Greenwald. I mean, I have a lot of people I could refer you to, but Glenn Greenwald is a Jewish journalist and he talks about the state of Israel and he talks about everything. He's really good on anti-propaganda. I would just refer you to him.
John, what's your response?
Oh, my response? Well, yeah. I mean, think about the poor people living in Iran currently. I mean, before the war started, political Islam, because the Iranian population didn't agree with how, severe the treatments of Sharia law are and the restrictions that they have received and the economic, they're essentially bankrupt. These people are protesting their government, and because they were protesting, they killed over 41,000 of their own people right before Donald Trump went in there and started taking out their missiles and their
There were protests in
political
December.
leaders.
There were
And, you know, every time they have a rally and speak, they actually say that they're going to wipe Israel off the map as their goal, and they want to kill, you know, the United States, which they call Little Satan. And think about it. I mean, they create missiles, and, you know, no one realized that they had refined ballistic missiles to go as far as they could until just this war happened. I mean, if we ignore Iran, you give them time, they'll be able to develop a missile that will actually be able to reach the United States. And if they're willing to just shoot Israel consistently and constantly with missiles, they would not hesitate to start sending ballistic missiles if they could reach the United States all the way here without any hesitations. And so that's why
Bill,
I think
John,
that
no,
they
Bill,
need.
I'm sorry. John, can you let Mia speak? She wants to say something. Sorry.
I mean, obviously, I condemn war in any shape, fashion. I'm anti-war entirely. However, I will say, as a reasonable person, Israel wanted the smoke. Nobody forced those people to migrate from Europe down to the landmass we now call Israel. I mean, that's what you get. You can't be Jewish and an all Muslim area and not expect smoke from your neighbors. I'm sorry. It's like a black family movement in the middle of KKK country and wondering why there's a cross on their front doorstep. I mean, you got to be reasonable here. Israel wanted the smoke and they have the smoke. Those people could have picked any other landmass, right? They could have gone anywhere else. And half of them are actually leaving Israel and moving to Argentina. And they're setting up settlements there in Argentina and in Venezuela. But that's obviously another question, another topic for another
place
day.
with the island, Mia. What's that place that she?
Patagonia.
No, not Patagonia. The place that the Kushner and Ivanka Trump.
Oh yeah, Albania. They're going. Yeah, they're moving to Albania too. They're gonna go resettle there. So the simple fact of the matter is, people need to stop painting the government of Israel like these are just some like poor innocent people. Bro, they wanted the smoke. They're gonna catch the smoke. You can't be nasty to your neighbors. You can't kick out Palestinians because people forget when the Europeans moved. After World War II, they moved and settled into parts of what we now call Israel. There were already people living there. So what happened to those people there? Those people were pushed out. They were literally raped, beaten. Their children were slaughtered, and then they were pushed out in the middle of the night. So, I mean, we're not going to pretend that Israel has these clean hands. When those Europeans moved, they colonized that area, and they continue to colonize the areas around, just like they're colonizing Lebanon, just like we watched them. And you say you're a Christian, which is hilarious to me because Israel just burned down the oldest living Christian settlement that is thousands of years old, dates back to the time of Jesus, just burned it down, including the oldest church on the planet. Oldest Christian church on the planet is now gone. And the Israelis did that. So when we talk about the Israelis or the Israeli government specifically, because I'm sure there's plenty of great people in Israel that don't subscribe to the BS that their government does. Same here in the United States. We need to stop acting like these people are innocent. They wanted the smoke. Now they get to deal with the smoke. It is literally that simple. You don't go into an area that you're not welcome and then expect not to have pushback. Those people deserve everything they get. You want to live there, you got to fight for the right to live there. I'm sorry, it is what it is. The United States should not have to send our sons and daughters, who my children are of age to go into a war to fight for these people. Bro, I'm not encroaching on nobody else's land. I shouldn't have to send people there. That's crazy.
You need to learn to get along with your neighbors, okay? like Mia brings up a good point. You guys, you want to live there. You need to learn to get along with your neighbors. What do you say to that, John? I mean, Mia said a whole lot. We don't want to send our sons here. Mia has a son that's literally a year from being 18. He would be drafted if this continues on. I have a 4-year-old son. In 14 years, he might be drafted. So what do you say to that? We don't want to send our boys there.
Well, I mean, the truth is, no one wants to admit it, but this is a war of religion is when it comes down to it. And
That's
if
even
you look at
worse.
Israel, the state of Israel, Israel as we know it, Jerusalem, you have archaeological evidence going back over 4,000 years showing that the Jews inhabited that land and it is their land. In fact, you have inscriptions.
So, John,
about,
let me cut
house
you off.
of
I got a
David.
question. What if the Native Americans all came back and said they want this land? Should we just all leave? Because this is the Native Americans' land.
Well, I mean, if you listen, I mean, I'll tell you what's going on. I mean, you have literally.
We already know this.
God told the Jews that is their land, and literally,
retarded.
I mean, you have all this archaeological evidence. You have coins from the BC, like before Christ even came. I mean, up to 4,000 years of archaeological proof that the Jews, that was their land. Well, what happened was when the Jews crucified their Messiah, who they denied, and Jesus, came to this, paid the price for mankind. Jesus even said that I will destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll raise it up. Well, he was referring to, he's the temple. He allowed himself to die for the sins of the world and was buried and rose again the third day. Well,
Therefore, the prophecy of Israel was fulfilled when he rose
in
again. Amen.
70 AD,
Yeah.
King Titus came and destroyed the temple. And it says from that time on, the Jews would be dispersed across the nations of the whole world. But in the end times, before
and how do
Jesus
you know
comes
that the
back,
Jews that moved there are the Jews of that time? How do you know that those are the Jews that they're referring? There were 12 tribes of Israel. How do
there's
you know
12
that they're
tribes
the people from the Bible?
because they actually even have DNA proof
They won't do
that
it.
they're Jewish.
They won't do it. They've denied it.
They don't do
that.
DNA testing, John. They
and
have it blocked there.
They know the tribes they even came from, even right now. So
No, they
right
don't.
now in
This is so
Jerusalem, you have the Temple Mount, and the Jews actually are ready to rebuild their temple, just like the Bible says. And the Bible says that in the end of times, the Jews would return unto their land, and the Hebrew language would be reestablished, and it has. And it says that their
Jesus didn't speak Hebrew.
anti-Semitism would become an all-time high. It is currently. There would be wars, rumors of wars. And it actually talks about in Ezekiel chapter 38, there's a war coming. And that
and while we talking about the Bible, Jesus also talks about the people that claim that they're Jews are not Jews. They're of the synagogue of Satan. So if we want to quote scripture, we can go toe for toe tonight. All I'm saying is don't bring God into this. Don't bring religion into what's going on, because I think God,
well,
I think Jesus,
it's all
I
about
think
religion.
Jesus would be very sad to know that thousands of children have died. That's what I think. I think Jesus is sad to know that thousands of Palestinian children have died. That's what I think.
God doesn't want anybody to die, but that's that's the problem. Mankind is inherently sinful, and they're out for each other's throats. And Islam's goal is to wipe out Christians and Jews. You know that. I know that. They want to create a worldwide caliphate, and that's what happens. And
and the Jews don't look at us like goyim.
Children. Well, this is the truth too. Palestine, Hamas in Palestine, hide missiles in hospitals and in schools.
This is so retarded. There are no hospitals left, so that's done.
They've leveled all the hospitals. There's no hospitals left.
Well, but if they did do this, this is what they would do. They know that Israel sends out a warning and a text message to every area that they're going to bomb, saying to all the, women, children, the people that are innocent.
John, do you
to
think a
try to
religious war is
minimize
worth
their deaths.
Armageddon?
They send a message, they say, get out of this area, we're going to bomb it. But what happens is the Hamas was putting weapons in schools and hospitals.
So stupid.
And knowing that, Israel is going to bomb those areas. And then they will, because they can't be having people shoot missiles at them every day. And then Palestine
But
knows
they
that
can
innocent
shoot.
women and
So-
children are going to die in those attacks. And then they want their media,
John,
media to come
my team has a
and
question
show
for
all
you.
those
John,
dead kids.
John, pause for a second, please. The ladies want to ask you something. Go ahead.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think we really need to go back to that saying, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. So it's kind of one of those things where you keep talking about the Israeli government like they're innocent, and it's just Hamas and it's just the Muslims. It takes two to tango. The Israeli government tangos just as well as the other governments tango. I'm sorry. And to believe the propaganda lie that they send text messages and they drop pamphlets, and they don't, though. That's the problem, is they don't. They do what they want to do when they want to do. And then their settlers come in and burn and rape and pillage and throw babies off buildings. I'm sorry, but no 6-month-old infant raped some chick on October 7th at some rave in the middle of the desert. It's a 6-month-old baby who wasn't even alive. But somehow you guys have convinced yourselves it's okay because these people are of a certain faith, and God allegedly 3,000, 4,000 years ago said that they could have this landmass, and so we're just going to tie it into history and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Dude, it's crazy work to me. The simple fact of the matter is taking a 6-month-old baby and yeeting the fucking thing off roof to watch it splat on the ground fucked up. It's fucked up. I don't care who does it, bro. It's messed up. But the mental gymnastics you will do to make it okay in your mind because you think it's a religious battle is crazy to me, because the last person who would want us murdering children would be God, would be Jesus. So it's so crazy to me, the mental gymnastics you're going to do in your mind to make you think that it's okay to take babies and throw them off roofs is crazy work to me. But I mean, it is what it is. That's between you and God. And when you get there, you're going to have to explain to him why you feel the way you do. And it is what it is. But this is why so many people dislike Zionists in the United States, is because a reasonable person would see that as crazy, would see taking a baby and throwing it over the roof as completely nuts. Like, who would do that? Like, there's nothing this baby could have done to be subjected to that kind of end of their life. There's literally nothing a baby could do. But you're going to sit here and tell us that 6-month-old babies deserve to be thrown off the roofs because allegedly there are hidden weapons and missiles in these houses that these people who are so poor and have no way to fight are now being blamed for something that they're not doing. But these, it's crazy mental gymnastics. Like, it's literally mental gymnastics. And I don't understand how you're able to do it every day. But I mean, I guess kudos to you. It's between you and God.
It's completely antithetical to the true message of God. And if you're a Zionist, you're against the message of God. The prophecy of Israel was fulfilled when Jesus rose again. Amen. Also, the majority of Zionists and this prophecy
Hey, you
fulfills
guys.
for people.
Yes, John? Yes, John?
I'm not aware of any moment a Jew threw a baby off of a roof.
We can't help you, John.
I am aware
Read a book.
of Islamists that throw homosexuals off of roofs and kill them
God.
because of their
Of course,
being gay.
of course. And I bet the Zionist media
You remember
shows
when
you
there was
that.
festival going on and the
Hey,
Palestinians
John,
came over
do you
and
know about
beheaded
the
and raped
Talmud?
multiple
Hey,
different
John.
people?
John, do you know about the Talmud? I was told
No.
to ask you that question. Oh, well, you should go research it.
Well, I'm just but the Palestinians killed over 1,000 Jewish people.
We condemn that. Everybody here condemns
John,
that.
somebody in the
Absolutely, we
chat.
do.
One of our fans is asking me to ask you, who do you care more about, America or Israel?
Well, here's my question to
Oh my
you:
God.
We know. We know.
how come no one ever speaks out against Islam?
We
Is
do.
it
We
okay?
do.
Wait, hold
You
up.
guys are
Yeah,
okay
no, hold up,
with
bro. You
Islam?
got the wrong ones because Mia does, and I do to some extent, but not as bad as Mia. But Mia does.
I do all the time. I do all the time.
Mia does it all the time. So like, you're not gonna like.
I mean, as of this last year, Islam in Africa has killed over 22,000 black Christians.
Why are you jumping
in
ahead? You
Africa
not
even.
talking. Hey, John, you're not acknowledging
I'm
none
just
of.
letting you know.
Well, we're talking about Israel right now because you brought up Israel and Iran. So I don't need to hear about Africa. I don't care about Africa.
But this is why the war happened. I mean, if you
Oh my
really
God.
think about it, this war would stop today if Islamists stopped sending missiles into
That's not true.
Israel.
Really?
It wouldn't though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't though.
So why did they
We
go and
know.
bomb Lebanon?
Because there was terrorists hiding in that area, and they
What about
shot
the-
missiles
no.
from
What about the
Lebanon
West
into
Bank?
Israel to take them out.
What about the West Bank at the PSA?
I mean, you've got to realize this.
What about
That's
the
why
West
Israel
Bank, John?
retaliates. Think about. I mean, you guys, you need to Google this stuff. I mean, even
Oh
look,
my God.
Palestinians were digging tunnels
Jesus
underground to get into Israel, even and create
Okay.
havoc and terror and kill
John,
people.
I
It's
really,
known.
I
This is
really
a known
appreciate
fact.
you. Well, you all got something else to say? I'll let you.
I was gonna say this is John. Whether you believe this, whether you want to believe it or not,
People don't
whether
wanna
you're
admit
open
it. They just think
to
that
this
just
or
because
not.
someone's
Hold on,
So
John.
is
that they're evil,
Mia's
and they're
saying
not.
something to you. Mia's saying something to you. Go ahead.
you might not be open to this information, and that's fine. But so the country of Israel is one of the most surveilled countries in the world. They know exactly what's happening on their borders and inside Israel. I mean, it is locked down.
It's also
And
the size of New Jersey.
It's the size of New Jersey, right? It's a small area. It's completely locked down. Anybody who has ever traveled to Israel will tell you it is tighter. The security in there is tighter than a nun's vagina, okay? It is tight. People are not going in there. People are not going out unless the IDF wants you to, period. So it's coincidence that somehow Hamas Palestinian instigators are somehow make it into Israel and commit this atrocity that happened without the Israeli government knowing. And then when they did find out, it took them over an hour to allegedly respond.
5 hours.
So it took them 5 hours to respond in a country that's smaller than New Jersey that is locked up tighter than a nun's clam. So you need to use your critical thinking here, because sometimes people allow bad things to happen so they can get the ball rolling in the direction that they want it to go. There's the clean break strategy. There's the takeover of the seven. There's the fact that the fractions of the Israeli government want to take over Turkey. They want to take over Lebanon. They want to go into Egypt, and they want to go into all of these places. And what is the best way to do that? Well, by manufacturing or allowing an event to happen. We watched it with 9/11. Do you think the United States government didn't know what was happening in 9/11? Come on. We watched it happen with 9/11. And then we got to go into Iraq after that, and Afghanistan, and they wanted to go into Iran. So I think you need to use your critical thinking and just think for a moment that the Israeli government might be the boogeyman that you think the Muslims are. And I normally don't talk well on the Muslims. However, I will say I think the boogeyman in the Middle East is them. Because what kind of people would allow their people to be subjected to that torture for 5 hours and wait until it was most profitable for them before to go do rescue missions and whatnot? And now here we are now, years later, still going on. They're allowed to do whatever they want, wherever they want. We can't even say anything negative about the government, or we're labeled anti-Semitic, or we're canceled, or we lose our jobs, or anything like that. And then now the president of the United States seemingly is taking the bidding of a foreign nation. We still haven't forced AIPAC to register under FARA and all of these things. So, I mean, critical thinking tells us there's something else at play.
Uh-oh. John, did we lose you? Did your head explode yet?
Vaya
No,
con Dios.
I'm still here.
All right, John. Well, it's getting late. I'm glad you called in. Let me say this. I do think Iran is a problem too, John. This is Nora speaking, just for me. However, they're not our biggest problem. And that's what we're trying to show you.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just hope. Yeah. Well,
So
I
go
just
do
I
some
just
research. I need you to go
Mhm.
look up the following things: the Talmud, the Greater Israel Project. What are other topics,
Clean
guys?
break strategy.
The Clean Break Strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Mia, you're
I
muted,
mean,
boo. What's the
I would
other
say the
topics?
clean break. I would say the clean break strategy is another good one.
NAFTA, Hannibal Directive.
And then I would
okay.
also
Well,
look
I just
into
want you guys to take notice next time, Israel retaliates. Are they retaliating because a weapon was shot at them, or are they just doing it for the heck of it because they can? And you'll
Israel
always
is the
find
aggressor. Israel's
that
the
a
aggressor.
terrorist is shooting weapons into Israel, and they're just protecting themselves. That's all they're doing.
John, do you know that they fund a lot of these T groups? You need to go look that up too.
Israel
You know
is a
that they fund
terrorist.
Well, I
they
mean, the
fund
United
Hamas.
States also funds some terrorist groups, but if you really think about it, they're funding one terrorist group to go kill another terrorist group is what they're really doing.
Oh my
And
God.
what they're thinking in their head is, hey, both of these people are evil, and this one hates this one. So yes, let's fund this one so they can wipe out the other ones, and then eventually we'll just take out the other ones.
Why don't we
The
just not
primary
give
ones who
anybody
are funding.
and leave them the fuck
I mean,
alone?
all countries do that,
All right, John. Well, we appreciate you calling in.
All right. Well,
We're
have a
gonna
good
wrap it
one.
up with you. It's nothing personal, it's just it's getting late.
Okay.
Good
Well,
night.
have
Thank
a
you
good
for
night.
calling. Lord Jesus. Jesus God. Okay.
John
So
riled y'all up, didn't he? He had y'all in a frenzy. God.
I just don't.
I think it's good
Okay.
for us to
Take
expose
calls.
ourselves to our callers and the people
Yeah,
who
I do agree.
engage.
I like this. This was fun, but it just sorry guys, it went long. We'll do closing thoughts. Everybody watching, please hit the like button and hit the notification bell if you're watching so you know when we go live. All right. Well, ladies first. Mia was the first to come. What's your closing thoughts?
So first and foremost, I want to thank John, the caller, for calling in. That was wonderful. It was a very productive conversation. Even though we didn't see eye to eye, you kept it respectful, and I really thank you for that because a lot of people would not have been able to keep it respectful when getting pushback. So thank you so much for that. Hopefully we can do this again and have more callers. It was definitely fun. And as for my closing thoughts, I would say now more than ever, we need to be aware of our actions, our reactions, and if we are coming from a place of peace, love, and healing, or if we are coming from a place of negativity. Because right now, there's a lot of negativity going on in this country, as is everywhere else. So hopefully, moving forward, we can all start leading with love and we can actually start healing and coming together because what's coming is probably pretty fucking big because the United States is telling us about aliens. So you guys should start preparing because they're not going to drop those truths on us unless something huge is coming. So everybody start preparing and start leading with love.
Damn. Oh no. The bridge has been burned. Kimberly, what's your closing thoughts?
Thank you, Mia, for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me that I need to lead with love. I'm sorry if I got, Mr. John, I'm sorry if I got a little feisty. I tend to do that. I'm very passionate about Palestine, but he was very respectful, so you're right. I shouldn't have said things. So I apologize for that. I refer anybody that wants to know about truth of Israel Palestine to Glenn Greenwald, Gabriel Mate, Max Blumenthal. I mean, honestly, just stay away from mainstream media. Look at independent news sources. This is manufacturing consent. And Mia is right. I refer you guys to the book Letting Go by Dr. David R. Hawkins. The way to heal the world is to heal ourselves. And John, vaya con Dios, because the true message of God is not that of the Greater Israel Project.
Damn. Well, go Mexico. Come on.
I forgot that. I'm so sorry. Go Mexico. Arriba
And
Mexico, hijo de
Morocco
su puta
first,
madre.
because we all know Morocco's going to win this whole thing. But sure, we could give second place to Mexico.
Okay, yeah. I would love to go to Morocco. I would love that. Fine ass soccer players.
All right. Kamal, the bridge has been burned. I don't know what we put to do.
Tim, you love objectifying men, don't you? Oh Lord, I'm taking my red pill today. Shout out to Kim, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel, man. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Nora. Y'all hit that notification bell so y'all know when the new party go live. Also, go follow the ladies. They have their own TikToks and YouTube channels. If y'all want to go follow me, some of y'all already follow me. Some of you detractors, some of you honky babbling coons and tethers that's in the chat, y'all should come over to on my side so you could really talk. You feel me? Kamal Johnson, Kamal. You feel me? What's up, Incognito in the building? What's cracking, bro? Yeah, John, I appreciate you calling in, bro. This was a very interesting conversation that you had. You had the ladies on the rope, bro. Now I don't know if you speaking bullshit or not, but you had them on the rope. I know they was on your ass though. God damn. But keep calling in, bro. We appreciate that. And other people, if y'all want to call in, y'all have different opinions and shit like that. Call in. We let all voices come on the damn platform. You feel me? Yeah, final thoughts with me is yeah, man, some of y'all kind of slow in the chat, man. Y'all was even slow on the topic. Like, we was already done talking about the Karmelo incident, and y'all was still talking about it. God damn. I don't need to say any more about the Karmelo Anthony incident. Y'all already done heard it probably 1,000 freaking times. You feel me? Y'all know my stance on it. Self-defense. If Daniel Penny could get self-defense, if Ricky Chan could get self-defense, well, damn it, let's have self-defense all across the board. That's what I want. You feel me? But at the end of the day, the system working beautifully, ain't it? The system of white supremacy. I know some of that's gonna go over some of y'all heads, but anyway, I hope everybody in the chat that was cool. Have a lovely ass weekend and stuff. And from you Sambo bootlicks to you Mayo babbling buffoons that was in the chat, I hope your weekend be terrible. Eat a dick. Appreciate everybody.
All right, guys. I don't know how to go after that. But anyways, guys, as we wrap up tonight's episode, I want to thank John for calling in, to all our fans, to everyone in the chat, to everyone that was putting us down. It's okay because you guys are upset. I understand people are heartbroken tonight on all sides. One family lost a son and can never see him again. The other family is losing him for the next 20 to 35 years. But I want to remind everyone what the new party is truly about. Our mission is to represent all sides, to have honest, unfiltered conversations that cut through the noise, the division, and the echo chambers. We're here to unite Americans, not tear each other apart. Sometimes it can get heated and emotional, so I apologize on my end for anything heated and emotional I said. However, I am heartbroken that we are in this state in this country. Whether it's politics, culture, faith, or current events, we believe in truth, accountability, and coming together as one nation under God. So, John, thank you. It was a nice religious conversation. I just need you to go crack open that Bible and reread it, and not go by what the pastor's telling you. But before I go, I want to lift up some prayers. I'm sending prayers for the Metcalf family and the Anthony family. Both are grieving in the wake of the heartbreaking tragedy with Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. No family should have to endure this kind of loss, and the threats and harassment pouring in from all sides only add more pain. So to Mia's point, let's lead with light and love. May God bring them comfort, peace, healing, and protection, guys. Let's remember that in the end, nobody truly wins in this situation. We also pray for relief from inflation, guys. We talked about inflation, record high inflation, highest inflation in 4 years. Trump promised us to bring it down. I'm praying that he does one thing he promises. He said no new wars, but we had that. He said he released the Epstein files and he wouldn't do that. But can we at least get inflation. Can we at least get inflation? Can you help us out with the inflation? And I'm also praying for peace around the world. I hope we do have a peace deal with Iran. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we drop new episodes live every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Stay engaged, stay prayerful, and let's keep shaping the culture instead of just watching it, guys. God bless you and God bless America. See you guys next week.
Sisters,
we shall not yield to tyranny.
Our cause just, we will prevail. The fight
Hello,
for our
history
rights.
Buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Bobby, at this
Hello,
point,
history.
shame on you. Shame on you. Because we are being played as the American people. Our money is funding a war that we don't need to be in. I shouldn't be okay with it. So as long as I have breath in my body and a mic to use, I will be speaking out against this.
A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
The economy, we have a global economy. That's why we're a number one economy in the world. I know that a lot of people want to paint the horrible view of America, but, you know, go live somewhere else and then tell me America's bad.
Patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
This is so freaking crazy to me that we have an conflict with Iran before a single person from the Epstein files has been arrested on American soil.
The hour of liberty is at hand. For freedom is bravo. Brothers
I
and
was
sisters.
working, man, you know, but it's good to see Rippy out there handling business, man. And again, hey, that's a lot of black Trump supporters, man. I mean, it feels good to see that, man. So
My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
A real coach. People are getting sick of it. The moment a celebrity steps slightly outside the leftist approved narrative, they get attacked. Chili from TLC gets heat over allegedly donating to Donald Trump.
For liberty. The British advance. We must act.
Our supplies are low, but morale is high.
Then we fight for liberty.
Alpayne's work captures the spirit of we fight for independence.
With
Welcome to my
that said they were anti-war. I think they said no new wars. Yeah, they voted for a president that was not going to start any new wars. And what's funny to me is that not only were you lied to, not only did this man start this and get out of the
freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Just in order to get the Greater Israel Project accomplished, you have to kill people. That's why it's wrong. Killing people is wrong. Full stop. So you can try to make sense of it with, well, it's a threat and this and that. There's no greater threat than the United States empire.
vocabulary up because I'm throwing out words like hubris, acquiesce, verbose. What are you going to do about the dichotomy of the nuance?
To the encampment, for liberty.
And what I've learned, and I'm not a liberal or a Democrat. I voted for Trump the first time, but he's become a politician. He lies like all the other politicians. He deceives like all the other politicians.
Endures through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Our cause in doing.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say anybody that sits in that oval does not like Americans. They love United States, though, which is the politics, but they don't love the Americans. Americans are farmers. Americans are mechanics. Americans are school teachers. Americans are mom and pop businesses.
And grabbing! Soldiers, the enemy is near.
Not only do I love my FBA fam, my Black American fam, my Black people on code, you know, my people that's allies with us, as part of the fam. I love y'all. I love my country too. You feel me?
the cause, to victory.
To victory! These pastries are wonderful.
Indeed, but we must stay vigilant